Kusampo and welcome to SAMO. We are celebrating 3 years of SAMO and I'm very happy to welcome Dashutashi. Dashutashi is the Secretary of MOIS and I really wanted to thank you, Dashu, that maybe you didn't realize it, but your ministry actually has played a very critical role in SAMO's journey. So we were one of the few startups who availed the YELP program, and we had over 17 employees under the YELP program, and that really helped us. So in the beginning, when we were starting out, we really wanted to have good team members, and at the same time we wanted to make sure that we pay them a little higher than what most of the private media sectors were paying. So we were able to attract some good key members in our team through the YELP program. So I wanted to thank you and share that really made a difference in our journey as SAMO. Now going forward, we are at such a critical point in our journey as a startup in Bhutan, and your ministry actually is leading both the startup, the ecosystem, as well as the creative industry. So Tashu, please share with us, in the next 5 years, where do you want to take the startups and the creative industries there?
First of all, I'm really happy that whatever little support we provided to a startup like SAMO, it has made a difference. This was the ultimate objective of government's intervention. So through YELP, in full form is Youth Engagement and Livelihood Program. So that was actually one of the interventions from the government side to help a transition, smooth transition of the job seekers from school to workplace. And I'm happy that actually it worked well and then met its objective. On the creative industry, where we are planning to reach in next 5 years, I think everybody knows that there is a special, department being created called Department of Media, Creative Industry and Intellectual Property. In short, we call it DOMSIP. So that's one of the departments under the Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Employment. The reason why this department was created was, now if you look at past trend as well as current and into the future, youth unemployment has been one of the issues. It is still now, and then going forward, if no major initiatives are being undertaken, so it's going to be a big challenge for us. So as one of the measures or interventions to address this is to identify few key industry sector or economic sectors that will create possible jobs for our youth. And when we look at the industries, of course there are many industries like construction B1, agriculture 2, manufacturing, and so on so forth, digital, whatever. In the construction, it's very difficult to attract our youth to take up the jobs in the construction sector. And if we really have to align the two from the supply side as well as demand side of the labor force or the labor market, it's also important that we need to look at what kind of jobs would our youth likely going to take up. And we saw a huge potential in creative industry, and it's mainly in the entertainment. We know that today, even I think our Bhutanese youth, despite having no formal training, I think we have so many potential youth with that inborn talent of they can get into this avenue of creative industry, like be it music, art, acting, and so many things. So that's where government felt we need to promote that industry. So in next 5 years, creative industry is going to be the thrust area for the ministry and for the government to really give impetus on, so that this industry grows. So currently things are happening at a very informal level. So as you might also also know that there are so many musicians, there are singers, dancers, actors, but we have not been able to bring it to the formal, sector. So we would really want to provide that hand-to-hand, end-to-end hand-holding support, and in next 5 years, for that matter, we are given even to set the target in next 1 year what we are going to achieve. So if I may share that 1 year, particularly in this creative industry, what 3 or 4 things we plan to achieve. One is to make theatrical performance a monthly show.
Yes.
We have already talked with YDF to use their current multipurpose hall, auditorium, refurbish it, and start from there. And by doing so, it will actually provide a platform to our young Bhutanese youth who have talent. Today, they really don't have that formal, platform to really showcase. So this, we would like to provide that and make this as some kind of professional for a group of youth who have this talent. Second one is on the film. Again, our film industry has grown quite a bit, but over the recent past, it has stagnated more or less. So how do we, provide that support? Perhaps one of the reasons, challenges that they face is the cinema hall, a proper cinema hall. In Thimphu, I think we have 2 or 3, whatever. But outside, if they have to bring their shows outside Thimphu, then they don't have a proper, cinema halls. So where can we actually also help provide that platform? So that is 2. Third is on our industry, there's handicrafts. We have huge potential, and be it like textile, be it other artifacts, those are like tangible. It also grounds us to our traditional art and craft. This has already somehow made a small inroad in terms of the export. I think some of our textiles have gone far beyond to European country, and how can we upscale that and make sure that our artists do really actually benefit from there through the export. And then as a result, we also bring in foreign currency in. So these are a few things we have already planned in next 1 year. But in next 5 years, we have a big dream of perhaps even for the music, we may like to make something like how K-pop, but we call it like our B-pop or Druk pop. So can we have that? And then on the film side, can we also make a mark in the international arena? So how can we build that, working together with, of course, with the artists and the producers. And then I think Samo has a big role to play as well. So this is the dream.
Dasha, thank you. It sounds really exciting. I think all of us are really looking forward to the coming years. And when we talk about the creative industries, again, it's so important for us to also talk about intellectual property. So as you're aware, Dasha, that one of the biggest challenges that we currently face in the creative space, whether it's come to music or films, or even to the textile industry, intellectual property is a big challenge here for us. So I just wanted to understand, Dasha, that do you have some plans, to protect intellectual property in a much more better way going forward?
I think I forgot to mention that also. Intellectual property rights definitely is going to be one of the important, focus areas. Not only next 1 year, but also going forward. And specifically in next 1 year, we are going to establish so-called CMO, collective management organization, which will help the copyright, those songwriters, the musicians, and so they should, all the artists, the original, the composer, the producers must really benefit economically from that. So this is going to be established within next 1 year. And we are ready with this regulation. So that once the regulations and all the guidelines are in place, so this will we are planning also to let actually private manage it. The group of those who are interested to manage instead of government managing it. So that is one. The other one is we have also planned to initiate this GI, geographical indication. Again, a big thing. It's one of the intellectual property rights aspects. Geographical indication, that is actually basically a low-hanging fruit for Bhutan. That does not require us to have innovation or something, a high-tech thing. We already have it. Like, for example, Mera Saktang Zote, it's going to be something that is original, that can come only from that particular place and from that country. Once you register that in this, as a geographical indication product, it can fetch a huge premium when you actually export it. In other countries, they even have even the walnut. Last year when I went to Geneva, I saw from Turkey, they had walnut, they had orange. So these are all like geographical indication registered. Yes. So if what I was told was, if one orange, for example, may cost 10 nultram here, once you have this geographical indication as a registered product, then you can sell it for $100, 100 nultram. So that's the variation of range, that economic benefit you can get. And so these are the things for next 1 year we have already planned for identify 20 products so that it gets registered in the as GI products. So these are the things, and then likewise again on the copyright issues, the trademark. So these things are going on.
Last question, Dashu. So because Dashu has you oversee like 3 very critical departments that I think all has a very good intersection point also where we can actually work together. One definitely is the tourism industry. The second one is the startup ecosystem, and then the third, the creative industries itself. And globally, what we have seen increasingly is this global trend of using films as one of the catalysts to promote destination marketing or destination tourism. And in fact, Netflix, one of the biggest globally biggest OTT platform in the world, has now started organizing this film and tourism festivals. So in that context, how can the creative industries and the tourism sector, how can we work together?
You're absolutely right. I think one good thing about the reorganization after transformation exercise is by bringing some of those agencies together under one ministry so that there is better coordination, better collaboration. So as you mentioned, tourism, creative industry, for that matter, even the BIGMA, BIGMA, which has a role to play, and then the startup industry, all of these ecosystems are under the same ministry. And whenever we sit down and do our planning, setting a direction, we never go for department-wise plan. We go by theme, so or outcome or objective. So from there, then we list down what kind of activities or interventions we need to undertake or launch so that we achieve those objectives or the target goal. And then then we map which department should do what, which agency should what. So therefore, it's not only department in isolation working its own area, but we are connecting the tourism with the creative industry. BIGMA's role also, again, something like OTT, what SAMO is doing, you need a good internet, facility connection. So how do we now align all of these so that actually we ultimately achieve that ultimate common goal? So therefore, we on the film destination you mentioned, this was also very much discussed in the ministry, and we have it also in our plan. We would like to make Bhutan as the sought after film production destination as well, and this can also attract tourism for this.
Dashu, thank you so much for coming to SAMO and joining us in celebrating 3 years of SAMU, and also sharing such exciting updates, on what we can look forward to in the coming years. It does look like, that we are all geared to take the entire industry, the creative industries, to a whole new level. So I really wish Tashu all the best with your team, and from everyone here at SAMU, we want to share that we are very committed to our long-term goals also, which aligns with the national long-term goals as well. So thank you once again, Tashu, for being with us today.
Thank you, Nima. I must also congratulate you for not only starting up, launching into this kind of startup, but also having successfully completed 3 years, and you have many more years to go. You have come a long way, and then definitely together with my ministry and then your company and likewise others, we look forward to carrying this sector to a much greater height.